Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. We are at RFK Memorial Stadium in the capital, Washington, D.C., for the first of a three-game between the KC Royals and the Washington Senators. It's going to be Jim Rooker, the southpaw, with 2 wins on the season, and Dick Bosman, the right-hander. He has won 9 on the season. We'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. I see Kathy Harden has retweeted the tweet, and we're hoping Kathy Harden can make it in. We have a rare night game here. And Kathy Harden has arrived for Friday Night Baseball here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Kathy Harden, I gotta tell you something. I think you know I have a history of depression, and I woke up at 4:30, and I was very depressed today. I started a game, you missed it. It was St. Louis at Los Angeles, first of a 3. Played it feeling a little better, but still back to the worrying. But I figured let's have a night game here. I have some frozen foods heating up, and they should be ready in a few minutes. And if it's okay with all of you, I'm going to enjoy that before we start the game, because I heard that the game is delayed for about 10 minutes due to some issues with the mound. They're actually trying to adjust the mound. The ground crew is out there. You know, that happens. You know, the mound has to be a certain regulation. I have sweet and sour chicken with rice. 3 of them. They were on sale. I have fudge sticks for dessert, but of course, you know, I'm a little different than a lot of people. You know, I prefer to smoke my cannabis after I eat. Yes, I know that sounds a little weird to some people. And, you know, I don't want to get anybody down here, but, you know, I have some real weird views about the world and life. Life is hard for most people in the world, and that's just about the way it is. So while I eat, I'm gonna enjoy my meal. I'm gonna go through the lineups very slowly. Got a couple minutes. like I said to everybody, Jim Rooker will be pitching. He's 1-2 this season. He's a left-hander. And Dick Bosman for the Senators. He's a right-hander. He's 1-9. He's just a great pitcher. Let's look at our opening lineups, Kathy Harden. Leading off is Pat Kelly. He'll play right field. Paul Scholl batting second at third base. Mike Fiore batting third at first base. Joe Foy is the cleanup hitter. He's in center. Ed Kirkpatrick in left field batting fifth. Buck Martinez will be doing the catching and batting sixth. Jerry Adair batting seventh at second base. Jackie Hernandez is playing short. He's batting eighth. And the pitcher is Jim Rooker, a left-hander. KC has lost 2 in a row. The Senators, who've won 3 in a row, they're 4 games over 500, 19 and a half behind the first place Orioles in the East. But they're holding on to 4th place. Sneaking up on the Red Sox. They're a game behind the Sox, 3 games. I'm sorry, 3 games behind the Tigers. And yeah, I'm for the Senators too. I want them to kick ass tonight. There it goes. There's the side. Let's just go through the lineups. First of all, playing shortstop and leading off back in the lineup, I believe, is Eddie Brinkman. Hank Allen will bat second in right. The big man, Frank Howard, batting third at first base. And Bijan Bain was here on the prior game, and he was talking about Claude Osteen, who might have been in that trade to get for the Senators to get Howard from the Dodgers. Ken McMullen will bat third, and Howard's playing first. Mike Epstein, a left-handed hitter, will not go against the lefty. Ken McMullen will bat cleanup and play third base. Grant Aaliyah batting fifth in left. Del Unser in center field batting sixth. Tim Cullen batting seventh at second base. Paul Casanova is back in the lineup, the catcher, batting eighth. And Dick Bosman, the right-hander, going for his 10th win on the season. Yeah, let me just dig into some of this. Oh. Boy, I'm hungry. Lord, I hope you all understand that. They're working on the mound. It's very unusual. They have a yardstick, a measuring stick of some type. Oh. I have the TV, the news on mute. I've just turned it off. You know, I'm just sick and tired of listening to the crazy stuff going on. Anyway. I'm looking forward to a nice leisurely ball game. I want to thank you all for being here to help me share my experiences on Strat-O-Matic. They're still working away on that. If you're here, we'd love to hear from you. If you can type in the live chat, just say hello. Doesn't have to be romantic language or Shakespearean or anything like that. It's a beautiful night here in the nation's capital. Even though Richard Nixon is the president. Boy, did he fall. Huh? He fell far. Wow. I gotta tell you, while I was very depressed this morning, early this afternoon, I went to YouTube, and they had the entire 1960 World Series Game 7. I gotta tell you, that might be the best game ever played. The Pirates were down 9-5 or 8-5, something like that. And in the bottom of the eighth, Hal Smith hit a homer to tie it up. As the story goes, one of the announcers went into the clubhouse to get ready for the post game. He didn't know Mazeroski hit the homer, and he was about to congratulate Hal Smith, but that was just unbelievable game. And a very tough loss for the Yankees. Casey Stengel, he made so many pitching changes. He came out to the mound to visit his pitchers. Who knew they wouldn't give him the job next year? In '61, Hout took over, and then Casey managed the '62 Mets and '63, I believe. I think eventually they got Wes Westrom to manage the Mets in the mid-'60s. One of the reasons why Ted Williams managed the Senators in '69 was because Gil Hodges had been managing the Senators, and then he went to manage the Mets. I believe '68 was the first year he managed the Mets. might be about 10 more minutes till game time. Till the first pitch. This one, and then I will take some of my medicine, and we'll be ready to play ball. Just a few more minutes. I moved the 1911 game to a week from tomorrow. It's supposed to be. I just don't have any interest right now in playing. But there'll be a time. I gotta be in the mood for that. Oh. You know, I have trouble. You know how your body gives you signals that you're hungry, but I have trouble with that because I think a lot of it is sometimes anxiety. So I have to look at what I eat and then say, Jeff, that's anxiety. You know, we've already eaten. I'm going to smoke a good amount of grass during this game. For one simple reason, because I want to, okay? You'll see that chillum, and you'll see it when I bring it back, it's going to get all cleaned out. And there's Bijan Bain, Kathy Harden. Bijan Bain is here. This is Ted's team, absolutely. We're starting about 5 minutes, Bijan. you'll notice Mike Epstein is not in the lineup. He's a left-handed hitter. You probably knew that. And Ted Williams uses him primarily against right-handers. Every once in a while, they'll play him against southpaws. Jim Rooker is a southpaw, going for his third win of the season. Pour myself a ginger ale. Wash that down. Eat my chili and then we'll play ball. And I'm sorry for the delay. But, you know, this is real league. I'm going to do it as I see fit. We're about 3 minutes away from, 3 to 5 minutes away from the first pitch. Oh, that's refreshing. Oh, I like ginger ale. On ice. Let me clean this up. Frank Howard leads Major League Baseball with 41 home runs. Wow, you always know where these folks played in college. You know, they have a Hank Allen and a Bernie Allen. That's why I have to denote the first initial here in the lineup. Did not know that. These people were great athletes, period. You know? They really were. Senators are ready to take the field any moment now. Oops, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. That was a little... That was a little rough going down. And the Senators take the field. Dick Bosman on the mound with 9 wins. Paul Casanova catching him. Paul, I know that you're a fan of Paul Casanova, Bijan. He's been out for a few days. Nice to get him back in the lineup. Let's set up the Senators defensively in the infield. Howard at first, Cullen at second, McMullen at third, Eddie Brinkman at shortstop. In the outfield, left to right, it's Brantalia, Delonser, and Hank Allen. And leading it off for the Kansas City Royals, Pat Kelly. Okay, Bosman is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kelly. 4-6 left-handed. And that's a fly ball out to right. Hank Allen catches up to it. One away, and we are underway here in the nation's capital at, I think it was already RFK Stadium. Pat Kelly, a long fly ball to right, one down. And here comes Paul Shaw, a right-handed hitter. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this one. I don't mean the game so much, but I mean to take my medicine. He was the quarterback for Purdue, Bernie Allen. Holy cow. Oh, that's tasty. Kathy, that's very tasty. Oh, Bijan, I hope you don't think badly of me. It's one of the few pleasures that I have in life. Okay, Paul Shaw at the plate with one down, just underway here. Bosman, the pitch to Shaw. That's 6-2 right-handed, hit deep by Paul, but he is a W power, and that will be a base hit though. So Shaw singles off Bosman on a 6-2 right-hander. Look at that, and home run 1-11, but he's got W power. Make sure he doesn't hit home runs. He had one all season. There's probably a fraction on his card. There it is, home run 1. He'd be lucky if he ever gets it. He'll never get it on a pitcher's card. But Shaw is on with one out. And Mike Fiore is the batter. Oh, that was good, Kathy Arden. That was very tasty. Fiore is a left-handed hitter now. Bosman working from the stretch. And the pitch to Fiore. That's 5-6 left-handed. Grounds it to second. That's a double play. Turned by Cullen. And the side is retired, so no runs. The single by Shaw out in the double play. We've gone a half. It's Kansas City nothing, and Washington coming to bat. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Let's take a look at Jim Rooker. Not a bad pitcher. Had 22 starts. Oh, it's great to be back. It's great to be back. Okay, leading it off for the Nats will be Eddie Brinkman, the shortstop. You're going to see this lineup, this Ted Williams lineup, is chock full of right-handers. He does include Unser, who can hit left-handers pretty well, but other than that, it's all right-handers against the southpaw Jim Rooker. Eddie Brinkman steps into the batter's box. Rooker is ready. Here's the windup. The pitch to Brinkman. 2-2. And that is a liner to short. Goes through. Oh, my. Hernandez went for it, but he could not get that. And I'm doing a little better now. I had mentioned I was just morbidly depressed this morning and this afternoon. Forced myself to play Strat-O-Matic at, I think it was a 3:45 ball game. And then this is Eastern time. And then I said, you know what? It's a good day for two. You know, like Ernie used to say. I loved Ernie Banks. So Brinkman with a leadoff single, and Hank Allen, former quarterback for Purdue, steps up to the box. Rooker from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Allen. 2-7, left-handed, grounds it to short, double play. So the Royals turn a double, thanks to Hernandez, who couldn't get that first ball. A liner by Brinkman, but he turned the double. It's 2 outs, no one on. Here's the big man. Yeah, the big man making lots of sounds this year. He leads all of Major League Baseball in home runs. He's got 41 of them. Oh, 42, I'm sorry. He hit his 42nd the other last game or something. Reggie has 40. Harmon underperforming with 31. In the NL, McCovey leads with 37, Stargell with 32. Then Bonds with 25. Big man facing Rooker. Into his windup, the pitch to Frank. That's 6-7 right-handed, chops it to second. Adair, he's a 3. 11-3, and he throws him out, and the side is retired. Sort of an anticlimactic for the big man to ground to second, but it happens. We've gone 1 inning here at RFK. I think it was RFK, Bijan. I don't know if you're still here, but maybe your ears are ringing. It's a scoreless ball game. Did you all know that this is a scoreless ball game? And here comes Bosman. Fine pitcher. Lord. Joe Foy will lead it off. Okay. Bosman, the pitch to Foy. 1-5 right-handed, base hit to left. Aaliyah picks it up, throws it in. Joe Foy hits a leadoff single. He's a double-A, people. Casanova -2 will put him at a 1-13 to steal for Eddie Kirkpatrick. Yeah. Kirkpatrick, left-handed hitter. Foy on first, being held. The pitch from Bosman. There it goes, 3-5. Grounds it to second. Foy will advance. Cullen did not have a play. He was drawn off the bag, had to go to first. So it's 1 out, and Foy is in scoring position. God, this thing ended already. Isn't it something? Starbucks double shot energy. This goddamn thing is sort of like, there it is. Yeah. We cannot play. We do not play without crowd noise. We just don't do that. Okay, we're a low budget network, but even we have standards. Okay, Joe Foy on second, 1 down. Here's Buck Martinez, the think Marty's on Houston. Buck is the catcher. See, 1 to 9 running. You got some fast catches on the base paths, like what was his name? He's playing this in this replay. Manny Sanguilla. It's Foy on second, 1 down. Bosman. The pitch to Martinez, 5'6" right-hander, grounds it to short. Brinkman over to the big man, and Foy holds. So there's 2 away, and Jerry Adair is the batter. It's a beautiful evening for a game of Strat-O-Matic, as long as you don't take it too seriously. You know, you think it's easy for me to play this game when I'm ingesting medicine? Come on. Medicine with psychoactive effects? Come on. But you roll through it. You go on autopilot and you roll through. You do make sure you hit the right numbers and card placements. It's not worth shit. Here's the pitch to Adair. That's 3-8 right-hander. Grounds it back to Bosman. Throws to the big man, and the side is retired. So, no runs. The leadoff single by Joe Foy left on base. We're in the middle of the second. It's a scoreless ball game. And it's a neat and tidy ball game. If, to borrow an adage of Kathy Harden's. Ken McMullen will lead it off. He's the cleanup hitter tonight. He did hit 19 in real world this season. Okay, Rooker is ready. Here's the pitch to McMullen. 1-7, grounds it to short. Hernandez has it. That's 1 down. And now Brantalia. Oh. Rooker into the motion. Here's the pitch. 2-8. Walked him. A liaison. Handling this pretty well. Here's Del Unser. You ever see him? Go Google him and check him out. He's a big fro. He's a white guy, but he's got a big fro. And he was always an excellent fielder. His hitting was so-so. In real world, well, he did well this year. 286, Jesus. 1 to 15 on the paths. Unser at the plate with Aaliyah on first, 1 down. Rooker from the stretch. The pitch to Dell. That 6'9" left-handed struck him out. And that's the first strikeout for Jim Rooker. 2 down. He went to the Pirates originally. Eventually. I wonder, is he still alive? You know, you got to wonder that about most of these folks. He is alive. Jim Rooker is the same age as Joe Biden, 80. Born in Oregon. His debut was in 68. His last year was 80. Jeez. But he was a journeyman. He was a color analyst. He writes children's literature. And he's written 3 books with plots that combine reading and baseball for young children. They're called Paul the Baseball, Matt the Bat, and Kit the Mitt. It's a trilogy. So the guy has guy is creative. Let's put it that way. It's 2 outs. Aaliyah on first, Cullen at the plate. Here's the pitch from Rooker. Nice too. See, there's a real person behind the name. Pitch to Cullen. Oh Lord, 6-8. And that is a double down the line. In the gap. Aaliyah rounding third. Oh, 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. +1 with Foy, 1-13. Should he come home or not, Kathy Harden, with 2 outs? And Casanova at the on deck. Let's look at this again. 6-8 right-handed. Double 1-9, it's a 9. That's going to center field. Aaliyah rounding third, 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. Foy 1-13. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Foy. And he's out. Oh. Oh, that happened in the first game, Kathy Arden. He is out. But you want to know something? If he was safe, you'd say it was a genius call. So don't at me, folks. Okay, the side is retired. What a beautiful throw by Joe Foy to get Aaliyah trying to score from first on the double by Cullen. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left on. We've gone 2. And it's a scoreless ball game. I'd say a very neat and tidy ball game. You see, what happened is, I had a career, then I became depressed, I had recurrent episodes, and I finally collapsed. I couldn't work anymore. And I'm in my own little hell of playing Strat-O-Matic every day, once or twice a day. I miss one every blue moon. I missed one last week, one day. I watched other games of Strat-O-Matic on YouTube. I gotta tell you, there's some interesting people out there. Yes, there are. Ooh. I'll take this out. Dick Bosman takes the mound. It's going to be Jackie Hernandez leading it off, everybody. And you know what? I think there's something extra special going on tonight. Here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, we are 44 minutes in already. And it's just the top of the third. Who knows how long this will last? And I understand if some of you have to go. Oh. Can you imagine? A 65-year-old man, well-educated, and he's playing Strat-O-Matic. Isn't it pathetic? When you reflect on it for a moment. Now, you don't have to look at it that way. I could use rationalization. At least I'm not a convicted murderer. Yeah, you ever crack yourself up? I do when I'm with others. Okay? Maybe I'll do a space after this game called Hell on Earth. Okay, Bosman facing Jackie Hernandez of the Royals here on the top of the third. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. That's 5-9. Right-hander grounded to third. And McMullen has it, one down. All right, Dick Bosman. Fine pitcher. I wonder how he ended up doing. You know, I just wondered how long did his career last? Because he had such a good year here. Did he just flounder on the Senators for his entire career? Dick Bosman is alive. He's 78. Wow, he had a long career. Well, not that long. 11 years. He was a pretty journeyman pitcher. He had some good years with the Senators. Starting with this one, 14-5, 2.19. Then he was 16-12, and then he was traded and played for Texas, then Cleveland, and then finally Oakland. He was 11-4 with Oakland in his second to last season. He's still alive. Dick Bosman, 78 years old. He's reportedly alive. He is the only pitcher in Major League history to miss a perfect game due to his own fielding error. Isn't that something? Here it is. He threw a no-hitter. He was on Cleveland. He no-hit the A's in 1974. So it was a no-hitter, but he made an error. So he faced 28 batters. Isn't that something? That must have hurt. Okay, well, Bosman will face Rooker. Nice to put a face to Bosman. We looked at Rooker last time. Okay, here's the pitch to Rooker. It is, isn't that a shame, Caviar? Yeah, 310, base hit. And I don't know if you knew, Rooker is a great hitter for a pitcher. He's an 8. That's the best you can get. Right off his own card. Good hitter, not a surprise. So it's Rooker on first, one down. And I'm glad I looked both of them up. They're both alive. Okay, Bosman now. With Rooker on first, one down, facing Kelly, who flew to right to start this ball game. That's 1-5, right-handed, walked him. So Kelly is on first, and Rooker is on second with one out, and Bosman in a bit of a tight spot here. In the top of the third, Paul Shaw, who singled, was out in a double play. Dick from the stretch. I don't think that came. I take that back. Okay, here's the pitch from Bosman. Oh, Christ. 3-11. And it's grounded back to Bosman. He forces Kelly at second, and Rooker will go to third, 2 down. Let's go take a look at that again. Outs rules it counts. 3-11, right-hander, ground ball pitcher. B. Yes, it's hit back to Bosman, who forces Kelly. That'll be 2 outs, first and third, and Mike Fiore is the batter. Clutch situation for Mike. Bosman trying to get out of this. Fiore grounded into a double in the first. Bosman from the stretch. And the pitch to Fiore. 2-8 walked him. So that's going to load him up. So Bosman will face Foy. You know, Foy, 262, 11 homers. Well, pretty good. 71 RBIs. The fucker stole 37 bases. Okay, he's a 1-16. So the guy can pretty much fly. And Bosman finds himself in a jam here. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Foy. Now that's a 1-11, and he grounds it to short. Brinkman to the big man, and the side is out. So Bosman gets out of that, and the Royals strand 3. And it continues to be a very neat and tidy ball game. A very tight frickin' ball game. Here's Rooker. So Rooker writes the children's books. Okay. Paul Casanova will lead it off. His first plate appearance. Bottom of the third. No score. Here's Rooker. And the pitch. Whoa, 2-7. Grounds it back to Rooker. 1 down. For Dick Bosman. The guy who lost in real world lost a perfect game on his own error, but did pitch a no-hitter. Rooker winds and the pitch. 4-4 right-hander, grounded a fly ball center. And Foy getting under that. Can he get that? He's a 4. Oh, it drops in for a base hit. Foy could not get that. You know, I always wonder about these fast people who can't field. You know. Anyway, Bosman returns the favor, and he gets a base hit like Rooker did with 1 out. And Eddie Brinkman is the batter. It's a scoreless ball game. The bottom of the third. Okay, Rooker from the stretch. Pitch to Brinkman. That's 4-6 right-handed. Struck him out. And the second for Rooker tonight. Indeed it is. So there's 2 down, Bosman on first base. And here's Hank Allen. Played quarterback for Purdue, we learned tonight. I did not know that. Okay, Rooker. The pitch to Allen. 6-7 right-handed, grounds to second, 4. Jerry Adair, 3. 9-3, he throws him out. And the side is retired. Wouldn't you like that if you had an announcer who did everything? No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Neat and tidy, scoreless after 3. Who coughed and talked about existential issues and did the other things, okay? For example, right now, I'm going to do just one of those other things, okay? And I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to be back. I know, folks, that sometimes, you know, you say, oh my God, he's taking a break after 3. Yes, the hell I am. Yes. Shit, yeah. I need to compose myself. You think this is easy? I'm talking about this. You think it's easy to do both of these things? Come on. Oh, uh, this is the first of a three-game series between the Royals and the Senators. You know, and when I was a kid, doing a whole replay of a whole season with all teams seemed insurmountable. I didn't have the time. I had to go to frickin' school. And I had other shit I was into. But in here, age 65, we're going along our merry way here. Game number 1363 out of 1944. And we're just we're not looking. We're not saying when is this. Oh, here's Billy Slobin. Too bad you don't go on. I just invited him here. But I add if you want. I don't want people to be obligated. Okay? But I'm going to take a break if Billy Slobin comes in. One of my friends from Strat-O-Matic. Please, make him feel welcome, will you, everybody? This is the first of the three. Royals at Senators, August 11, last game of the date. And we always check. Before setting up the last game, we check all score sheets and cross-check it with the real-world schedule to make sure we've played every game. There was once when I did it, and I was so glad to see that I had missed it, but because of this method, it makes it very nice. So, Billy Slobin loved Dick Bosman as a kid. So there you go, you have another reason. And Dick Bosman will come out to pitch the top of the fourth. This game is turning into a marathon game. And here, this way, you could see everything. There's no runs batted in. So there you go. We'll be back in a few minutes, and I hope I'll go out there and get myself collected and not be such an imbecile when I come back. Boy, that was a rough 3 innings to get through. Lord, that took time. We're actually, it took an hour. Of course, we delayed, I think, 15 to 18 minutes to start so I could eat. But, so I don't think this would go 3 hours. We've gone 1. It might go 2 hours. We'll see. I don't know that I'm really up to this. I don't know that I'm into this anymore tonight. I could suspend this ball game. It's very rare for me to do so. Oh, he has to cut the grass. Billy Slobin said. And he's unable to do it. Come and join us, but I don't know if I'm really interested in continuing this ball game. And you know what? I appreciate you being with us. I'm going to go out and do something I need to do. Then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to take a hit, and I'm going to ponder whether I want to continue this ball game or not. I'll be back. 3 to 5 minutes. And by the way, sometimes these broadcasts, I have to admit myself, are great because the games are great. But sometimes they're not great, like tonight. And that's okay, for me at least. Okay, I'll be back. We we are in the nation's capital, and it's the slowest ball game through the 3 innings. They were tough three. Health space. That might be a good idea for a name of a space on Twitter Spaces. I'm sure somebody's already thought of it, at least in general. Health space. Not that much. I like it. Let's give this a try here. Dick Bosman starting his 4th inning of the game, and it's going to be Ed Kirkpatrick to lead it off. Okay, Bosman. The pitch to Kirkpatrick. 3-3, right-hander, grounds it to first. Big man will take it himself. The big man takes it to the bag. 1 down for Buck Martinez. What a game. Scoreless ball game. Okay, Bosman. Here's the pitch. 6-5, right-handed, grounded to third. McMullen to the big man, 2 down. And here's Jerry Adair. And the pitch to Adair. 2-4, grounds it back to Bosman, and he tosses it to, you got it, the big man. A 1-2-3, the big man was involved in everything, unassisted in one of them, middle of the 4th. No score, and guess who's leading off? Again, to face Jim Rooker. You got it. The big man. 42 home runs on the season. Can he hit 50? That's the big question. He had 48 or 47 maybe. 48. Walked 111 times. 296. Ted Williams taught him how to stop going for bad balls. He still struck out 96 times, but that's not so bad for a slugger like him. Problem is, he can't field and he can't throw, for Christ's sakes. Okay, Rooker facing the big man. Here's the windup and the pitch to Howard. 5-6 right-handed, grounds it to short. Hernandez. And he throws him out, and folks, someone has sprayed a toxic material here, and you know, I'm remote, okay? I'm remote. Someone has sprayed a toxic material. All the players have been waved off the field. I'm getting some first-hand reports of what's going on. I don't think this game is going to continue. Wow. That's a first. I think that's a first. The toxic materials, some people are getting sick. Okay. Oh my God, this is like unbelievable, folks. We're gonna eventually put these folks away here. It's a very bizarre situation. Very bizarre. Folks, forget about that bit about the toxic materials. I just can't play this anymore. Okay? Not tonight. I'm going to put this away just so it's nice and ready for tomorrow. I have lights low. This is what I do. I put the whole setup with the pitcher, everything. And then to make sure that the wind, because we have wind in here, I have wind gusts. We put the charts right on top so that nothing really happens. And you wouldn't want anything to happen, would you? Would you? I gotta look out for my best interest. Oh shit! I left the lead on there. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I'm so unhappy. Okay, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, but I am so unhappy. But I'm not in misery right now. Okay, I'm not in misery. It's almost like a webcam. You know, because I like to be watched. I'm going to open up health space and see what happens on Twitter Spaces. And what's really weird is I can't really play anything else. Okay? Actually, this is a picture of me watching me. Look at this. And this should go on forever. Let's see how this works. Yeah. Look at that. That's me watching me. And then in there you can't see it. It's just not good quality. That is cool. That is very, very, very cool. Any of you like that? Huh? Any of you at all? this is the Strat-O-Matic baseball motor. That is cool, yeah, I'm glad you like that. And folks, you're looking at the Strat-O-Matic baseball network. This is where I play my games. It's pretty tight in here. Look, I had a friend. He wasn't a friend, he was more of an acquaintance. Back in 6th grade, we both went to Hebrew school together because the next year you get bar mitzvah. Larry Baranoff, he fell off a mountain while he was on vacation, the summer after 6th grade, vacation with his family, fell off a mountain and died. And I think about him a lot because that didn't happen to me. Am I lucky? Despite my suffering? Most of it self-inflicted? I don't know. You know, the Zen people, they say life is pain. You gotta know when to quit. And this was a night, I'll tell you, they're both pitching good ball. In all seriousness, Rooker is pitching good ball. And Bosman is pitching good ball. Bosman 4 scoreless. Rooker, I think it's run out or something in the bottom of the 4th with Washington batting. Big man was retired. And we'll get back to this ball game. In fact, let's go take a look where we could schedule that right now. We have Oakland at Baltimore at 7 a.m. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Some of you may think otherwise. I haven't done it yet. But if any of you are listening now, I'm going to pick that game up as soon as I get up. You know, after I do my first things, make coffee. I might go fresh in with coffee. It could be any time. 6 a.m. I woke up at 4:30 today. If I wake up that early, I'm going back to bed. Okay. But that's what I'm going to do. It says 7 a.m. for the Oakland-Baltimore game. Hunter for the Oakland. Phoebus. The guy was just arrested because he accused of plotting a mass shooting at a synagogue in Michigan. This is breaking news. What kind of screwball, if you're going to do something like that and you're going to allow that to leak, you don't freaking tell anybody about that. Freaking murderers. What happens is probably he speaks to somebody. Here it was, he discussed the attack on Instagram. Court documents said. Anti-Semitic. I don't know why people hate Jews so much. I'm Jewish. I do think it goes back to, first of all, multiple things. Number one, it goes back to Jesus. That they would not accept Jesus. as the Savior. The second is, now your stereotypes, I guess there's a kernel of truth to all stereotypes. They are dirty, cheap, and they'll rip you off. And there's some truth to that. And obnoxious. And then the third one, I think, has to do a lot with basically Israel. You know, it's a paradox, because on one hand, I think some Christians believe that the state of Israel needs to exist in order for Jesus to come back, something like that. But U.S. policy in relation to Israel, with what they've done to the Palestinians, I am not a rabid Zionist. It all depends on how you define the term. But if you define it as loyalty, no, I have a loyalty to the United States. I'm not hyper-nationalist. I do love the country because of two reasons: because of its principles, which we don't follow very well, and because of I was born and raised here. Okay, anybody will get used to being sort of identified. But it's not hyper. I don't think we're better than any other country. There's none of these values make me a good person. It just means I've thought it through and this is what I think. So I'm going to cut it out here. And I'm very sorry for the way I have acted tonight. I told you I was depressed. I want to say to everybody, have a good night, and I'll catch you next time, okay? Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day.